Yo guys, Josh Burst 123 here for another video, and if I look hot and twitty, it's because I am. It's been like 27, 28 degrees today, and it's like middle of September, but I'm not going to complain. I am going to keep the uploads going strong, some not football, but mostly it will be football, but I'm just chilling in this video. It's talkative, but it's not to do with football for a change, because there's a lot more of that coming. I'm just going to do an interesting Q&A sort of video, and it's 15 weird, interesting facts about me. I don't know what the title will be, but this is just what I'm saying now, and yeah, it's basically facts about me. I've done 20 facts about me about 4 years ago. This is different. This is 15 different facts about me that there's no way any of you will know, apart from Ollie, Dan and Alex maybe. But yeah, I just thought I'd share it with you, open up a little bit more, because there are some odd ones, there are some normal ones as you'd expect. Whatever, I'm just going to get into it, and this is going to be not the longest video, it's just going to be like a chilled video, so let's get into it. Okay, we are ready to start. 15 of them. Believe me, some of this is weird, cringy, or some of it's maybe relatable to you guys. But look, I'm opening up, I don't care, and it's just a lot of random shit, really. So we'll start off with number one, which is, I hate the sun. This relates to what I just mentioned in my intro, actually. The weather's been nice, but I've not enjoyed it. Literally, I'd rather be in -5 degree or 0 heat, because if I'm cold, I'll put a jumper on. When I'm outside, it's probably to do because I'm a bit overweight and I'm fit. But when I'm outside and the sun's shining on me, or it's just 20 degrees plus outside, even if it's cloudy, I just can't stand the heat or the sun shining on me. I can't stand it because it gives me headaches sometimes. I can't wear caps, they make it worse. And I'm not going to take my top off or anything. I'm just sweating. I just hate it. I'm not like allergic to the sun or anything, but I feel like I am. Literally, I just despise the sun. I literally cannot. This is so random, but I just cannot be in the sun like only for a limited time possible. I just hate it. I've probably told my family this before actually, but I generally don't like the sunny weather. Number two, some of you probably know this, some of you probably are this as well, and that is socially awkward. I'm literally, you wouldn't think I am. I'm doing YouTube and I'm a very talkative person, but I am extremely socially awkward. Getting to know people, asking a stranger for directions, stuff like that. Anything like that, I'm just terrible. I'm really socially awkward, and I know I'm not the only one like that. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm literally so socially awkward. But I've got on in life, and it's improving compared to how I was when I was like 8, 9, 10. Like, it's improving, but I'm generally really awkward in public, like generally a lot. Number three, this might be weird to some people, but I know other people can relate to this as well. I just have a massive habit of talking to myself. For example, if I'm happy or upset about something, I will talk to myself out loud sometimes, or quietly, or in my head. I will refresh myself about what I've just witnessed, which is good or bad. Sometimes I might be nervous about something, like going first day of school or college, or going to get a blood test or something, you know. I don't like that sort of stuff. Sometimes I'll refresh it in my head or out loud. Sometimes I'm in bed or I'm in the shower. I do sometimes talk to myself. For example, if I'm going to have a blood test or something, because I'm quite scared of needles, if I'm going to have a blood test, I might be like, God, I'm going to hate it, but don't worry, Josh, it'll be all right. Just handle it. It'll be quick, and then it'll be over in like 10 seconds. It might sound weird, but sometimes I talk to myself and it comforts me. It might be an autistic thing because I am autistic, but I sort of have a thing where I talk to myself because it does comfort me sometimes. But talking to people as well, like my mum and dad, that can also sort of help as well. But yeah, I talk to myself sometimes. Number four, this is just really random, but I have the most famous thing ever. Whether I'm sitting eating dinner at home or in a restaurant or out with my mates to Mackie D's, I seem to always spill a drink. Not the food, drink. It doesn't happen every single time, but hundreds of times in my life, and that's too many times, hundreds of times I have literally spilled a drink, whether it's a can of Coke or just orange juice, anything. I seem to always just eat my food and then whack my hand out like that and knock the drink all over the place. This is very random, but I promise you this is like a phobia I have. I literally seem to just keep whacking over my drinks every time I'm out to eat. whack, the drink spills everywhere, mostly on me as well. I don't know why. I think I need to just be aware with what I'm doing sometimes. Number 5, this might relate in a way, but I'm a very heavy-handed person. And when I say that, I could hold this pen right now and, look, I'm not going to break this, but I could be the sort of person to end up breaking the pen. Or I could place it down like that and break it. I need to be careful. But, yeah, I can do stuff like that and it can break. Or I can hold, like, some sort of sculpture Play-Doh thing, hold it, and literally I'll squeeze it by accident, or a sandcastle, anything like that. Since I'm young to now, I've generally been a very, very heavy-handed person. I seem to always break things that I hold. Now, number 6, this is also quite random, but it might interest people, because it certainly does to me. Every sort of technology I sort of buy, anything, there's always one problem I have with it. Literally, I've got it's with a PS4, with a PlayStation, with a Nintendo Wii, an iPhone, iPad, television. Every sort of device I've had in my life, everything seems to go wrong. Or an iPod, stuff like that. It's either I can't hear the music properly, I don't know why it's not working, the TV doesn't work for a week, I can't play online on my console. I don't understand what luck I have, but it's always terrible. I always seem to have struggles with technology, and I'm not a good technology person. Like, I'm not going to understand all the good features about it and stuff, but it's simple stuff in technology that I seem to screw up all the time. I don't know how I get this unlucky with tech, but literally, maybe in the old days it would have been better for me because I wouldn't have had all this stress. But yeah, I love it, but sometimes I hate it as well with technology. Number 7, sort of relating to right now and why I do YouTube videos. I have an insane habit of talking too much. So, whether it's repeating my sentence over and over again, or speaking too loud, or just rambling about the same subject over and over again. Ollie will know about this, my parents will know about this. Literally, I just seem to ramble and talk forever. I don't stop till I'm okay with it, and I really don't understand why. If I'm talking about football to my dad, I might say the same thing. Kane scored. Oh wow, what a goal from Kane. Or, you know, is he going to sign? Is that player going to sign? And keep repeating myself and talking about it for 20 minutes when it should be only a 5-minute conversation. So I do ramble a bit, but I'm trying to work on it a bit, you know, naturally when I'm talking to people and stuff. I'm trying to control it a bit. Number 8, I generally, and I'm not the only one here, this is quite a natural thing, I have an extremely massive fear of aeroplanes. Probably one of my top 3 worst fears ever. I can't stand it. There's not been one time where I've gone on a plane on holiday and I've been calm. I am calm on a plane and I do settle. But after a little while, whenever I'm taking off or landing in the plane, I can't stand it. I just feel like we're going to crash. I don't feel secure. I just can't stand taking off or landing in a plane. And the turbulence. That's it. The turbulence of the plane when it shakes, you know, because of the weather and stuff. That's the worst. That literally gives me heart attacks. I can't stand that. But generally, I am quite calm, you know, at times on the plane. But sometimes I'm not. I just really can't bear on the plane. I want to try and go on the planes as least as possible, but it's not going to stop me going on holiday. Number 9, I've mentioned this already in this video, in an example, but I absolutely hate needles. This is my worst fear of them all. I hate needles. I've had blood tests and I've conquered the fear. I've allowed blood tests to happen. I'm not scared of it anymore. I used to take half an hour for the needle to go in, but now I let them do it straight away because it's absolutely nothing. So I've conquered that fear, but needles in general I can't handle. I've got an ingrown toenail. It's going to have an operation in a couple months. That needle's going to hurt like a motherfucker. Sorry for the language, but that is going to hurt like mad. And when that goes in me, I don't know how I'm going to allow it to happen. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's going to happen because I need to be able to walk properly again because it hurts like a bitch. But that's an example. Having an operation that involves a painful needle, I just literally can't cope with the needles. And tetanus jab and all that in school, you know, I was terrible with it. Needles are just pieces of shit. I hate them. Now, number 10 is a weird one. I love football, right? But I've never understood what foot I kick with. Only football fans will be interested in this. Do you ever get the feeling where you kick with your right foot and left foot and you're wondering, why is one foot not better than the other? Like, which foot am I? I seem to side foot it with my left foot and lace it with my right foot. I feel like I'm right-footed, but why am I using technique off the floor with my left foot and side-footing it? It literally makes no sense. But I mainly use my left foot, but I use my right foot as well. I need to work out what I am, but obviously I use both feet, so that's just how it's going to be for life. I'm not a good footballer anyway, but I've always been curious, what foot am I? I feel like I've always been right-footed, but I broke my left foot, so I'm wondering if that made my foot more flexible. But right now I'm definitely left-footed, but I use my right foot as well. But it's just a bit odd, isn't it? Number 11. Through my life, it might be to do with my autism, but through my life, I've always had like random habits, random bad habits throughout my life, going through different phases. This is quite a weird thing to, say out loud. Number 12. I've mentioned this a few times in this video already, but if you didn't know, I do have autism. A lot of people in the world do have it, but a small percentage compared to people that don't have it. I have autism, and it basically means I have a bit of everything. So I can't sit still sometimes. I act like a piece of shit sometimes. Like I don't listen all the time. I'm rude more than the average person sometimes. I can't accept the answer no sometimes. I'm just a piece of shit basically, but I'm autistic. Now it is an excuse to behave badly, but it's not. It's not, especially when I'm 18 plus years old now. It's not an excuse. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm autistic, so I can stab someone." It doesn't work that way. So yes, the behaviour, the autism does, like skipping a queue or being rude to someone, you could sometimes use the excuse of being autistic. But when you get to my age, you can't. I can use the excuse I can't queue in skips. Sorry, I can't stay in the queues because that's on my autistic letter. That's the main thing. I'm really bad at being bored. I'm terrible at being bored. But most things I can't use the excuse for anymore. I'm 19 soon, so that's just how it works. I just want to open up about being autistic, but I have autism, only minor autism. But yeah, like I said, I have habits. I talk a lot. I can't accept no all the time. I argue. I behave like a little piece of shit sometimes. But I'm improving as I'm getting older. So yeah, I've got autism. Number 13. Once I had this dream, right? We all have bad dreams, right? I had this dream, but it triggered my life. Probably also to do with my autism. Something from this dream just has stayed in my head. Look, it's a lot better now. But it's a simple dream. I can't remember the dream properly, but I will say it. It's like I was sleeping in, but the dream was I woke up, I got out of my bed, I went downstairs, and like my sort of TV room turned into, this is my old house by the way, my TV room turned into like a food and wine shop sort of thing, like a standard food and wine shop, and there was like drinks and food and stuff all around. And I was looking around the food section and everything, and then this woman said to me, "You should go back to bed." So I went back to my bed, and I heard shouting in my parents' room. Sounded like my dad shouting, like so loud, like he was in pain. And then that woke me up. I've had bad dreams before, but I've never once had a bad dream that's woken me up. And since that dream, it's triggered me. So this was when I was like 10 years old, or 9 years old or whatever. And every time I went to bed, I used to always look around the corners of my room. I used to look in different rooms. I used to touch things and be very OCD. It's triggered a lot of OCD in my life for sure. But everything has calmed down a lot now. Everything has calmed down. It's just something I've had in the past, a fact about me that's happened in the past. So yeah, it's horrible when these things, it's like, it stays in your brain and it gives you, it's just, you guys know what I mean probably. So yeah, I had a bad dream in my life that did trigger a couple years of my sleeping and stuff like that. Number 14, I've mentioned this as well, this is regarding the heat. I have really bad sweat, like I sweat so much. Yes, I'm overweight, and of course I'm going to sweat more than the average human being. But even if I was skinny and I had six-pack or whatever, I still sweat. When I was younger and I was skinny, I always sweated more than the average person. I don't know why I sweat so much. I'm not sweating now, but when I'm walking in the heat, after 5 minutes, dripping down sweat. I just sweat so much, I don't know why. I guess I'm not the only one either. But yeah, sweating's horrible, and I do it a lot. The last one, number 15, is I actually hate the ocean. When I'm on the beach and I'm going in the sea, I will go quite deep, but it doesn't mean I'm comfortable. I just have the fear of getting carried away with the tide, drowning, fear of like sharks. I know it's rare, but I still have the fear of that. You're in the deep ocean, and it's not, none of it's really, all you can do is swim. But when you're, all you can do is swim, but there's only so much you can do. If there's a shark attacking you, or there's the tide. The tide is a realistic thing. The tide can pull you away, and there's nothing you can do. You're effed. You can't do anything. That is one of my top 5 fears in my life. I just really have the fear of that. So I'm very cautious and careful when I'm swimming in the ocean. But obviously swimming pools I'm fine with. Like, I'm a strong swimmer and it's all fine. But yeah, I have a fear of the ocean. Well guys, sorry if I rambled a lot. Sorry if you found some of the things I said weird. But I just thought you guys could get to know me a bit more. And it was just random things to tell you that were true about my life. And I hope it, encourages you to open up about things like this as well. Let me know if you have any random weird facts about yourselves, because things like my habits and talking to myself, some people might find that a bit weird, but people do have sort of phobias like this. So let me know what you think. And look, I don't care what I've opened up about, because it's all random crap. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a weird, different video, but remember to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to our 250 subscribers. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and peace.